Hello, hello, my friends. It is that time of the week again. It is time for my Friday Five. This is a series that I typically like to uh, upload once a week here on my channel, where I share with you guys 5 candles that are currently in my burn rotation. The last couple of weeks have been a little wonky. I did do some traveling, and then I also got sick, and you can probably hear a little bit of it left over in my voice. Last week I had hoped to film this video, but I just could not get through it without coughing fits. Fortunately, I hope that that's behind me now. But anyways, you guys, this is just a fun kind of just sit down type of video that I like to do with you guys. Again, give you guys my thoughts on 5 candles that are currently in my rotation. Some of them might be newer releases. Some are candles that have been around for a long time. Just share with you guys what my current thoughts are on them. So if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. And then at the end of this video, I'll probably just give you guys some little updates about what to expect from my channel over the next couple of weeks. Share with you guys any kind of like candle news or sale info. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. As always, all of the candles that I'm talking about today, I will have listed in the description box down below with timestamps. If I have any affiliate discount codes for, further percentages off, that's where you can find them as well. So I am going to take a sip of water because I can already feel it starting to come on. I did film a video before this one. You guys probably, it went up a couple of days ago. It would have been my candle, like a collective candle haul video. But I got through that pretty okay, but I feel like this is probably going to be it for today in terms of filming, because my voice is kind of like, yeah, we've had enough. We're still recovering from being sick. So give me a minute here, and then we're going to launch right on into the candles. We're going to start out with some Caramel Sundays candles that I have been burning in my rotation. You actually, if you caught that collective haul video the other day, one of the candles that I purchased in a 4-wick was this fragrance. However, I am trying to finish up the 2-wick before I light the 4-wick. It is the fragrance Sun and Sugar. Fragrance notes are fresh squeezed lime, meringue, milky vanilla, scorched sugar, and lemon zest. And I've already been over this. I did do a dedicated review on this candle probably about a week and a half ago now. This is one of the fragrances that is returning in the May restock. And this, to me, you guys, is very, very similar to Yankee Candle's Vanilla Lime. If you are familiar with that scent, if you are a longtime Yankee lover or familiar with some classic Yankee fragrances, but maybe you're like me and you've transitioned over to 100% soy wax candles, this is going to scratch the itch for you. This is the fragrance that I have been looking for several years. In fact, I think I attempted to purchase Vanilla Lime from Yankee last year. I want to say it was still in the paraffin wax, and I was just so disappointed. Like, again, I love the fragrance, but the performance just was not there for me. So I'm really glad that I have this. This is a very lime forward fragrance. It is very much the filling of a key lime pie. I do get a little bit of that meringue note that comes out more so upon burn. But yeah, this is one of the fragrances that I will also say, you guys, is one of the stronger performers, even in a 2-wick. This is about an 8 for me in terms of strength and throw. Definitely fills up the open concept area here, fills up my living room, my kitchen. Now, keep in mind, you guys, I don't have a huge home. My home is about, I want to say it's about 1,700 square feet. Not a huge home, single story. And also keep in mind, you guys, that I do burn my candles in hurricanes, especially this time of the year, because my air conditioning is on basically 24/7. We're starting to get a little toasty here in the desert. So Sun and Sugar, it's one that I definitely recommend that you get your hands on. If you purchased it in the last restock and you love it and you want more, this is going to be your last chance to get it. I'm not sure if they'll bring it back next year. I would hope so. I feel like it's been successful enough, but you just never know. But yeah, this is one that this is going to be in the final summer restock here in about a week, a little over a week. So if you like this one, definitely get your hands on more of it. Again, I can't remember off of the top of my head. I feel like this one's coming back at least in a 2-wick and a 4-wick this go around. But this is a fantastic lime fragrance, but you do have to like lime. If you don't like lime, you're probably not even going to be interested in this, but really, really like that one. Now, here's a fragrance from Caramel Sundays that is also going to be in this, what would we call it? This month's restock. Words, Katie, words. This is the fragrance Cowgirl. Now, I can't remember if this is coming back only in a 2-wick, 4-wick. I do plan to film a dedicated review on this one. Hopefully, I will have it up for you guys next week. I'm going to talk about at the end of this video again, what my plans might look like over the next couple of weeks here on my channel. Fragrance notes are vanilla orchid, brown sugar, Mediterranean fig, maple, and sea salt. Now, a lot of people drew comparisons to this fragrance to Bath & Body Works brown sugar and fig. Now, I have not owned that fragrance, so I can't really have an opinion either way on that one. What I will tell you is that I do like this fragrance. This is definitely, it's kind of more of like a slightly perfumey body care type of essence without it feeling lotiony. I've talked about here on my channel how I can't do that. When fragrances smell like body lotion in home fragrance, I don't like it. It's funny, I might like it on my skin, but I don't like it, in my home. But this I actually really enjoy. I get a nice green fig note here. You get a little bit of sweetness of brown sugar, but again, this is not a gourmand type of scent. The orchid, it's a little bit of a floral, but again, not overly heady. I do really like this fragrance. Now, I did purchase 2 of these in the April restock, like when I did my pre-order. You guys know I am a brand ambassador for Caramel Sundays, which allows me early access as well as trying to get this hair out of my eye, which does allow me early access and to be able to purchase these at a discount. So I did purchase 2 of these because I was kind of warned by others that this is a softer fragrance profile. Do not get a 2-wick of this expecting that this is going to fill up your open concept space. For me, you guys, these 2-wicks have performed best in my bedrooms. So usually in my home, I will usually pick a stronger fragrance out here in the open concept to be kind of like an anchor scent. And then I will burn something else usually in the bedrooms that might fall into that like softer profile. And that's what I would say Cowgirl is. Cowgirl is definitely, it's a fragrance that I think is going to perform better in a closed concept. But even then, you guys, this is not designed to be a like smack you in the face type of fragrance. This is a softer profile. If you're somebody who is familiar with like personal fragrance, sometimes there are fragrances that are described as skin scents, meaning that they are fragrances that you have to get closer to the person in order to smell them. They don't actually, like, the person doesn't walk into the room and the fragrance projects really well. Whereas there are some other fragrances that do that, but skin scents don't typically do that. And I would say that this is like a skin scent in the home fragrance thing, in the home fragrance category. This is more of, it's going to be nice in like a bedroom. But if you want more oomph to it, or if you're hoping for greater strength and throw, or you're wanting to burn this fragrance in an open concept, I would recommend getting it in a larger sized vessel. But even then, you guys, it's probably going to be a softer scent. For me, in my bedrooms, this one is medium. I would say it's probably like anywhere between a 5 and a 6. Again, I can smell it. It's not overcoming my senses. It's very, very pretty. I do like it. I would recommend it. This for me, honestly, is more of a fragrance that I would burn probably in late July, August. It's kind of like a late summer type of scent to my nose. But I could actually see how for a lot of people, this could be a really good, I could say even you could probably start burning this in like early spring if you're a seasonal burner. It's a nice kind of like, it's clean without it being like cleaner type of fragrance. I don't know. It's cozy and inviting, but again, not like gourmand, cozy and inviting, softer. It's very, very pretty. So Cowgirl, but I do hope to give you guys like more in-depth thoughts on it. I want to burn it a few more times, honestly, before I give like a full report on it, but I have been burning that one. I do need another sip of water because we don't want any coughing fits. Okay, we're going to talk about a fragrance from that candle place. I purchased this not in my most recent haul from her, but I purchased this probably about a month and a half ago. This is the fragrance Pineapple Sorbet fragrance notes on pineapple sorbet are pineapple juice, sweetened coconut flakes, cherry, and vanilla. I was wanting this, and what it kind of smells like on cold is Dole Whip. If you've ever had Dole Whip over at Disney, that's kind of what this reminds me of. There's a little bit of creaminess to it. I don't detect a whole lot of cherry in here, maybe a slight element of cherry with the pineapple, but it's mostly pineapple forward, but it's a creamy pineapple. It's not like freshly cut pineapple like you would get, say, in Kringle Candle Reserve pineapple cilantro. That smells like a fresh, juicy, like freshly cut, no artificial pineapple-ness to it. This is more of like sweet, probably a little bit slightly artificial pineapple, but I like it. But it's creamy. It reminds me of a sorbet, right? There's some creamy elements to it. Here's the thing I'm going to say, you guys. Um, this is one of those fragrances that when I have this happen on occasion, where the fragrance, when a flame is put to it, I don't like it. And unfortunately, that's what happened. I lit this up for the first time, and you can see I was burning it. I was only burning this for about 2 hours, you guys. I think this is one of those fragrances that when the flame is lit and it's mixing with the oils, like one of the oils in here, it's coming across almost, what would I say? Kind of chemically sounding or smelling. Yeah, there's something about it. Now it's funny because now that the wax is cooled and I'm smelling it again, it smells exactly like what I want it to do. So what I think I'm going to do with this fragrance, because I do like the fragrance on this, but something about the wick with that, you guys know, actually I've had that happen, and this is not just happening to that candle place. I've had this happen across a variety of brands. The other thing that, like, I'm thinking of like another candle that's done that to me. More recently, I don't know what it was, but Kringle Candle's Lemon Sugar Marshmallow was doing that. I found that something about the flame with that wax and those fragrance oils, I didn't like. It came across almost like sulfury and eggy to me. This came across kind of more chemical like to me. But if I warm it in my crock, I love it. Like, I love the fragrance. I love Lemon Sugar Marshmallow in a crock. And so I have a feeling that if I just warm this one in a crock, I'm going to like the fragrance a lot more, because what I'm smelling on cold here is what I'm wanting to smell when it's warm. I will say the first burn, the strength and throw, again, probably because I was smelling something I didn't like, was pretty good. It was pretty decent. I would give it about a 7. But you guys let me know. Let me know if you picked up pineapple sorbet, if this one smells kind of funny to you, or if it smells kind of like chemically, or was it only because it was the first burn? You know what? I would be curious to know. You know what? Maybe before I stick it in the crock, maybe what I will do is I will light it outside and see maybe if that's just like a first burn type of thing. I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit more experimentation, but I did want to let you guys know. I don't think this is available on her website anymore anyways. I think that she's getting ready to do a bunch of fall stuff. So far, I've burned some candles from her that I really, really like, and I did purchase a few more in that collective candle haul. So, yeah, but this one so far for me is to be determined. First burn, I wasn't too terribly impressed with the fragrance, but we shall see. Now, here's a fragrance that we all know. We all know. I love this one. And you guys, I was hoping to get this in a 4-wick this summer. It is one of the few fragrances that I was like, yeah, I'll make an exception and, repeat purchase that one. But I was waiting to get it in a 4-wick. And then when, so the Kringle Mother's Day sale ended, and now they have 30% off select fragrances, including some of their 4-wicks. Well, you all got to the 4-wick of this one before I could. I don't know how quickly it sold out, but it was probably the first one to go. But at least I have my 2-wick of Sea Breeze. This is probably one of my favorite Kringle summertime fragrances, if not my favorite. This is probably, I think I like this because I find this to be the most versatile of Kringle's summer fragrances. So the notes on this are coconut, ozone, fruit, green, and amber. And every time I smell it, I'm just like, I love this scent so much. It's coconut, but you get that ozonic kind of like sea air type of vibe. It's fruity without leaning to sugary, syrupy cocktail fruity. It's just so good. It's a sweeter coconut than like Caramel Sundays Key West coconut. That's more of like a meaty, fleshy coconut. But again, it's not super sweet cocktail coconut. You just get like the sea air going on. There's a little bit of greenness. Like this picture on the label is exactly what I think of when I smell this. It's just beautiful. And it pairs so nicely with like pretty much everything I have in my collection right now. I've been burning this with um, Sandbar from Caramel Sundays. I've been burning it with Sun and Sugar. I've been burning it with coconut pineapple. I've been burning it like it just you can just burn it with like everything. It's the best. It's so good, and there's a reason why it sells out all the time. So I am a little bit bummed that I was not able to get my hands on a 4-wick of it recently, but I suppose that's okay. I am definitely feeling beachy, tropical vibes. Again, I'm going to tell you why here at the end of this video, but Sea Breeze, this one is just a classic for me. Strength and Throw, even in a 2-wick, is quite good for me. I'd give it probably about a 7.5 in this 2-wick, but absolutely love this one. Bummed that I didn't get my hands on the 4-wick. You can chime in down below if you were one of the fortunate ones who got to it before me, but yeah, I actually absolutely love Sea Breeze. And then the final candle that I wanted to share with you guys, this is a discontinued fragrance because it was part of the Country Candle lineup. And truthfully, you guys, this is one of the scents that I am really surprised I haven't seen them move over to the Kringle lineup. We know that there's a lot of Country Candle fragrances that have moved over into the Kringle lineup. And I'm pretty surprised because I feel like this one was somewhat popular, but maybe not. This is the fragrance Coconut and Blueberry Tarte. The fragrance notes here are coconut, blackberry, plum, butter, orange, peach, cinnamon, jasmine, raspberry, almond, vanilla, caramel, and musk. So there's a whole lot going on in this fragrance. And I did pick this up, I think, gosh, it must have been after the holidays when they were running these on clearance for like $7.75. It's no longer available on the website. But yeah, this one is really good, you guys. You get some coconut. I smell raspberry in here, actually. Um, get a little bit of blackberry. It's nice and fruity. Um, but also you get a little bit of a pastry note in this. It's really beautiful. Now, I am going to say that this one for me is not super, super strong. It's probably around like a 6. So I do find that this one does better in my bedrooms, but that's okay. I pair it, like I said, with Sea Breeze. I've, again, been burning it with Sandbar from Caramel Sundays. Just kind of like those fruity vibes. I also could see myself burning this with Key West Coconut from Caramel Sundays. Really, really like this fragrance. It's unfortunate nobody can get their hands on it again, but I do really hope to see this one make the transition over to Kringle because I think a lot of people liked this one, particularly when it was first released. Um, yeah, it's just got a little bit of like tartness to it, which again, it's a tart, so I would like it. So I guess that's kind of like a little bit of a segue for me to say like some things maybe to expect. This actually bringing this candle out kind of gave me some inspiration for a video idea that I hope to have up again, probably within the next week or two on my channel. But I realized that I have a lot of discontinued Kringle fragrances in my collection. And so if you guys are interested in seeing this type of video, I'll throw it out here. Would you guys be interested in seeing what candles are in my Kringle, like in my collection that have been discontinued from Kringle? Like, let's go down memory lane together, right? And see like, hey, maybe we can drum up some support to get them to bring them back. Because I realized I actually have quite a few fragrances that have been discontinued in my collection, and I thought it would be kind of fun to share with you guys. So let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see that kind of video. Like I just mentioned, Kringle is currently running like a 30% off of select summer fragrances. I would anticipate by late next week, maybe we'll see a Memorial Day sale. I don't have any evidence of that. I'm just kind of going off of what retailers normally do this year. Most retailers do offer a Memorial Day sale. So I don't know what that would be. I mean, that Mother's Day sale was pretty good. I am anticipating that we're going to see those 3 wicks launched hopefully pretty soon with Kringle. Again, at the time that I'm filming this video, I haven't heard any any updated information about that, but I do feel like it may be coming soon. I know that Mick has been posting some teasers over on his TikTok and over on his Instagram stories. So maybe that will be coming down the pipeline here pretty soon. But as for me, you can see I'm kind of feeling all of the tropical vibes. So actually, Cody and I are heading out on a little bit of an early anniversary vacation for us in about a week and a half. We are actually going to catch ourselves a Caribbean cruise. So if you've been with my channel, you guys know that I really like cruising. Our anniversary is actually in August, and it will be our 20-year wedding anniversary. Yay! But August also happens to be hurricane season down there. And I don't want my cruise canceled because of a hurricane. So we are actually going to be heading out in about a week and a half for that, which is why I am feeling all of the tropical vibes. I'm very excited for a relaxing vacation. I've actually done this itinerary before, so I'm familiar with where we're going, and really looking forward to that. But what I wanted to say is that I'm going to do my very best to get a lot of things pre-filmed prior to me leaving for that. I do plan probably when I am gone for that week to kind of disconnect from tech. So I don't know yet if I'm going to plan to have videos uploaded or not while I'm gone. If I do, just know that like if you have comments or anything like that, I'm probably not going to respond to anything during that time. But yeah, next week, I don't think I'll have a Friday 5 for the next 2 weeks because of that, because I am actually leaving next week for that. So I'll have some videos up, but I have some ideas in my head. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that this week I did get the pre-order from Caramel Sundays for their May restock, which is again happening next weekend. Those candles are here, so I will make sure to share my thoughts with you guys. Hopefully this weekend I will get that up for you guys, so at least you can get my cold sniff impressions of a lot of those candles. I'm not going to have post-burn thoughts on those prior to launch date, mainly because you guys, those candles are pretty much freshly poured before they sent them to us. And I know that they typically like at least 14 days to cure. So for me, again, because I'm going to be going out of town, I'm like, I'm just going to let them sit and marinate a little bit longer. And then I will like them when I get back from my vacation. But unfortunately, that will be after the launch date. But at least I'll have them. I have them in hand so that way I can give you guys some cold sniff impressions of what some of these new fragrances that are going to be offered in the May restock smell like. It is going to be their final call for summer. So I hope to have that up this weekend. And then I should have a couple of more dedicated candle reviews. I think I've written out like what I'm going to do. My dedicated reviews might be a little bit Caramel Sundays heavy. I know I did Bronzed Beach. I have Cowgirl still to do. I think that's it in terms of the like returning ones that I still need to get up for you guys prior to that launch. But anyways, you guys, lots of stuff, but did just want to let you guys know that over the next, I would say like 2.5 weeks, you might see a lot of videos, you might not. I'm trying to do some batch filming because I'm going to be packing a lot next week and just getting everything ready for my trip. So we will just see. I have all these grand ideas. We will just see what comes to fruition. But if I go quiet for a while, just know that I'm fine. I'm just busy. My kids are out of school this week. Actually, my kids got out of school this week. So my daughter has my high schooler has her finals next week, but that's pretty easy. She just goes in and takes her test and come home. But yeah, my kids are out of school now. So again, we're entering the summer months where just, my content might be a little bit more laissez-faire, I guess, because it just is that time of year where, my kids are going to be home and we might be having some pool days, might have quiet days, might not. So I'm going to do my very best to keep you guys updated with all of the things. I do always mention this. If you ever have direct questions about specific items, please feel free to send me a DM over on Instagram or even on Facebook. I know some of you guys have done that. I try to be pretty responsive. I also have an email address in the description box if you ever want to email me with some questions. I do try to get back to you guys, especially if you're looking for my opinion on specific candles. Maybe you can't find a review for it. I'm always happy to help with that. Also mentioning the thing, like I think I wanted to say this about Facebook. every once in a while, I am active in like the Kringle Facebook group, and then there's a Caramel Sundays fan page. You guys will see me in the Facebook groups. And I did just want to take a moment really quickly to address, sometimes I do receive friend requests on Facebook from subscribers or viewers and people I've talked to back and forth. I do just want to say this. I really appreciate the friend requests, and I promise I'm not being like snobbish or anything. It's just that my Facebook has been set to private since, gosh, since I've had it, like what, 18, 19 years ago. And the reason why I don't always accept friend requests is because it's to protect my family's privacy. There's just a lot more information about my family, and there's pictures of my kids and all that kind of stuff. And I can be a little bit protective about that. So it's mainly just to safeguard my own privacy as well as my kids' privacy. But you are always welcome to follow me over on my public Instagram profile. And again, and I think you don't even have to be friends with me in order to send me like messages on Facebook. But I did want to put that out there just in case if you've ever sent me a Facebook friend request and wondered why I haven't accepted it or whatnot. It's mainly just, again, it's a private profile. There's a lot of details about where I live and where my kids go to school and that kind of stuff. And it's just more so to protect privacy. I'm pretty sure all of you guys are pretty upstanding, nice individuals, but you never know, right? You never know in this crazy world that we live in. And so I do have to take those measures. That is something that my husband and I have agreed to. We agreed to that prior to me starting my YouTube channel. So just wanted to put that out there. But I am rambling, which means it is my time to go. Yay, I only coughed a few times during the filming of this video. But again, let me know in the comment section down below if any of these are your favorites. Let me know. Did you get your hands on a 4-wick of Sea Breeze? I am jealous. Raise your hand if you did, because I'm pretty jealous of y'all. But anyways, you guys, please make sure you hit thumbs up on this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.